Hello everyone, welcome back to the part 2nd in SQL Server scenario based playlist. So we have completed the part 1 yesterday. So if you are new to this video, I highly recommend you to watch all the videos in the SQL Server playlist so you can better understand all the commands used in this video. So let me explain the scenario again if you are new to this video. So we have a sales information where a customer buys a product and the product are grouped into some categories, and these transactional data has been noted in a sales transaction table which contains all the information about the customers, the products bought by them, and the sales date along with the region and the country informations. So let me quickly explain all the tables available for us so we can solve all the queries based on these 5 tables. So first we have a customer table which contains all the customer informations, and we have a product table which contains the product information, and we have a category table. These products are grouped into certain categories and those categories are mapped in a table. We have a region table which contains all the regions along with the country. So finally we have the sales transaction tables which contains all the information about the transaction, what the customer buy, and the sales date along with the quantity and the unit prices the product has been sold. So based on these 5 tables we are going to solve few questions today. So let me walk through all the questions first. So in the first question we need to write a T-SQL query to calculate the total sales revenue for each month and region, comparing with the current month sales with the previous month sales. So first, in the first question we are going to compare the value of total sales between the current month to the previous month sales. So we are going to compare the sales value from the current month to previous month, and we are going to provide the result set with the along with the each month based region based data. So let us get into the next question. In the second question we are going to write a T-SQL query to calculate the percentage of total sales revenue contributed by each product. So here we are going to find the percentage of the revenue that has been generated from each product category. I have already explained that the category table is formed by grouping the certain products into certain categories. So which product category has contributed the highest revenue? So we are going to find those percentages for each product category. And in the third question we are going to write a T-SQL query to calculate the total sales amount for each product's category based on season data. So it has to be in spring, summer, fall and winter. So we are going to calculate the total sales amount for the seasonal data. So we need to provide the sales for each product category for summer, spring, fall and the winter. So finally for the fourth question we need to write a T-SQL query to identify customers who have made purchases in multiple product categories, and we are going to determine their purchase diversity. So the customer not only buy a single product, they may buy multiple products. So we are going to filter out those customers who have bought multiple products in the sales transaction. So we are going to filter out the highest amount of purchase category that has been registered in the sales transaction table. So let us get into the demo where we can solve those queries in a SSMS. So here I have connected inside SSMS and I have all the questions over here. So we are under the scenario DB. Let me expand this tables folder. So here we have all the 5 tables. Let me quickly explain all those 5 tables. Let me just drag and drop all the tables over this select statement. So let us execute these tables. So this category table contains the category information. So there is a category ID along with the category name. So based on these categories the products will be mapped. Let us see this customer table, which contains the customer information. There is a customer ID along with the customer name and the registration date. So we have a product table which has the product ID, the product name along with the category which has been mapped to the categories table. So the category ID is a primary key in the category table and it is referred as a foreign key in product table. So we have a region table. Here we have a region ID and region name along with the country. So finally we have the sales transaction table. So this contains the transaction between each region. So we have the transaction ID, the product ID, customer ID and the region ID along with the sales date, quantity, unit price and the cost price. So based on this fact table and the dimension tables, we are going to solve all these 4 queries. So the first query is to find the total sales revenue for each month and region comparing the current month with the previous month. So for this, let me first select this transaction table. So I'm going to join the region table to this sales transaction table. So we can get the region data. So we are going to find the region wise month based data in this transaction. So let me provide a join condition, join and the region table over here, and let me provide the on condition. Let me take this as alias name st and this as r. Let me provide the on condition on st dot region id mapping with the region dot region id. So now we have all the sales transaction along with the region data. So from this I need the region data and the year and month based data. So let me get the sales date, and from this let me filter out the year value by using the year function. This will filter out the year from my sales date. Let me take this as sales year, and then let me copy this sales date and paste it here. Here let me take the month. So this month function will filter out the month from the sales date. Let me take this as sales month. So we have provided the year and month. Now I can provide the region information. So I am going to print the region name. Along with this I need to provide the total revenue generated by those regions. So let me provide the transaction quantity multiplied with the unit price. So by multiplying the quantity with the unit price, we can calculate the total revenue. So I need to calculate for the whole region. So let me provide the sum function over here which calculate the sum of the total revenue. So let me take this as total sales. So we have calculated the total sales for each region based on the year and month. So now again we need to compare the current sales value with the previous sales. So here I am going to provide the previous sales value over here. So for this I am going to use the lag function. So lag function is used to find the difference between the previous to the current. So inside this let me provide this sum of the total sales value. So I am going to find the lag for this total sales. Let me provide the over condition, over partition by the region id, r dot region id, and let me provide the order by condition. I am going to order the value based on the year and the month. So let me copy this, paste it here, and the month, copy this and paste it here. Let me close this. So we can take this as previous month sales. So we are going to display the previous month sales along with the current month sales. So let me name this as previous month sales. So we have provided the aggregation value in the select list. So we need to provide group by condition here. So let me provide the group by. I am going to group the value based on the sales year and then the sales month. Along with this region name and the region ID. So finally I am going to order the value. So let me provide order by, and I am going to order the value based on the sales year, month, and then the region. Let me provide this and the sales month, finally the region ID. Now let us see this. Let me execute this. Now you can see I got all the regions. First we have 6 regions totally, the total sales for that. So along with this I got another column which is previous month sales, which contains the information about the previous sales. So for North America the previous month sales is 2400 and for Europe it is 2400. So it has calculated the previous month sales for each region. So we have nulls in this table. So the first month don't have any previous month records, so it is taken as null. So to handle this we can also provide isNull function to avoid the null values to be inserted into the table. Let me provide the isNull function over here, and if it is a null then I need to print that value as no previous month. So I am going to print a string value in this column. So I need to cast this whole value as a string. So let me provide the cast function here. Cast the value as a varchar with length 255, and let me close this. So now let us execute this again. Now here you can see I got the result set with the year, month, and the region name along with the total sales for that region in that month, and we have provided the previous month sales report for each region. So it has been calculated with the help of the lag function. So we have joined the sales transaction table along with the regions table to get the regions detail. In this I have filter out the sales date, year first, and the month separately. Along with this I have provided the region name, and the total sales has been calculated by multiplying the quantity with the unit price. So and then we have calculated the lag function which provides the previous month value. So I have provided the lag function to calculate the total sales value and partition the value based on the region ID and order the result set with the year and month. So we have provided isNull to handle the null values. We have, if it is a null, then we have provided that as no previous month. So we have grouped the value based on the year, month, region name, and the region ID, and ordered the result set based on the sales year and then the sales month, finally with the region ID. So we have completed the first question. Let us get into the second one. So in the second question we are going to calculate the percentage of total sales revenue contributed by each products. So for this let me again select this transaction table. So for this let me join the products table to get the product details. So let me copy this, paste it here, and let me take this as ST and this as P. Let me provide the join condition on. st dot product id mapping with the product dot product id. So let me provide another join condition. So I can take the categories table to get the category information. Let me paste it here, take this as C and provide the on condition p dot category id mapping the product category column with the category id column. So now we have the sales information along with the product and category details. So now we are going to calculate the total sum of the revenue generated by each product, and from the total value we are going to calculate the percentage contributed by each product category. So for this, first let me provide the category name in the select statement. So I'm going to select the category name. Along with this, and we're going to select the total revenue generated. So let me multiply the quantity along with the unit price. So let me take this as so we can provide the sum to calculate the total value. Take this as category sales. Along with this, I am going to find the percentage contribution of the sales. So for this, let me just copy this and paste it here. So I am going to divide the total sales with the sum of the sum total sales. So here I am going to provide the sum again to find the total summation, and then I can provide the over class over here, over of. Then I am going to multiply the value with 100 to take that as a percentage value. Let me provide this as category contribution percent. So we have provided the aggregation function in the select list. So we need to provide the group by over here, and I'm going to group the value based on the category name. Group by category name, and I'm going to order the value based on the category sales. I'm going to assign this descending, so the highest price to the lowest price. Now let me select this. Here you can see I got the category name along with the sum of the total sales for those category, and along with this I have calculated the contribution percentage for each category. So electronic has sold to 16,890, so it is a 64.25% in the total revenue generated, and home appliance 7285, so we got 27% in the total sales. So thereby we have calculated the total sales for each product category along with the percentage contribution for each product category. So we have completed the second question. Again we can get into the third question, which is to write a SQL query to calculate the total sales amount for each product based on the season. So we are going to calculate. So for this, let me copy this transaction table and paste it here. So from this sales transaction, I am going to join the product and the category table to get the category information. So let me provide the join, and I am going to join the product table, this transaction table. So let me take this as ST and the product as P, and let me provide the join condition on st.product id mapped with the product.product id, and let me join the category table along with this. So let me copy these categories and paste it here. Let me take this as C, and let me provide the join condition p.category id mapping with the c.category id. So now I have the sales transaction along with the product and the category information. So now we can calculate the season based total transaction for each product category. So for this, first let me calculate the season. Let me provide the case statement. Case when the month of sales transaction. So I am going to filter out the month by using the month function st dot sales date. And when the month of the sale date is in the specific month number, let's say for example the 3, 4 and 5, then they are going to take this as spring. Again let me copy this and paste it here. Now let us change the value. If it is 6 or 7 or 8, then we are going to take this as summer, and if it is 9, 10 or 11, then it is fall, and finally if it is 12, 1 or 2, then it is winter. So here let me provide the end for this case statement and take this as season. So we have calculated the season with the sales date, and we are going to select the category name along with this, so we can find the product category for each season. Here we need to calculate the total sales for each product category. So let me multiply the quantity along with the unit price. So let us use the sum function to calculate the total. Let us take this as seasonal sales. So we have calculated an aggregation function in our select query. So let me provide the group by class over here. Group by, we have a case statement over here. Let me copy this and paste it here, and we have the category name. So let me provide this. So the final data need to be ordered based on the season. So in the order by, let me provide the season. So after based on the season, I need to order based on the seasonal sales. So let me provide seasonal sales all as descending. So now let me execute this query. You can find I have provided the season along with the category name and the product sales for the particular season. So we have got 4 product categories that has been sold in the fall, and along with their sold amount. So in the spring we have 5 products that has been sold, and along with this I have provided the amount that has been generated from the product category, so followed by the summer and the winter. So we have calculated the total sales for each product category based on the seasonal data. So first we have taken the sales transaction, we have provided join with the products table, and we have joined the categories table along with this to get the product and category details for this sales transaction. Again we have calculated the season through a case statement. If the month falls inside any of these 3 months, then the particular value will be assigned for that season column. Along with this, we have provided the category name and calculated the seasonal sales for those category, and we have grouped the value based on the category name and the season data, and ordered the value based on the season and sales amount. So we have completed the third question. So finally we can get into the fourth question, which is we are going to identify the customer who have made purchases in multiple categories and determine their purchase diversity. So for this, let me select this transaction table which contains all the transaction information. So along with this, I am going to join the customer table. I'm going to join condition customer, take this as ST and this as customers, and let me provide the join condition ST dot customer ID mapped to the CS dot customer ID. So let me join the products table along with this. So let me copy this and paste it here, take this as P, and let me provide the on condition on ST dot product ID mapping to the product dot product ID. Let me join the category table 2, take this as C, and let me provide the join condition P dot category ID mapping to C dot category ID. So now we got all the sales transaction information along with the customer's detail, the product detail, and the category details. So now we are going to calculate the total purchase made by the customers and how many diverse purchase they have made. So for this, first let me select the customer ID from this transaction table, and then I'm going to select the customer name which is from the customer table. Along with this, I'm going to calculate the category, distinct category that they have purchased the products. So for this, let me take the category name over this select statement. So I need the distinct category names. So let me provide the distinct command over here. So I have took the distinct values. From this, I need the count of the category name. So let me provide the count function. This function actually counts the distinct category names, and let us take this as unique category products. Or count unique category count. So now we need to provide the group by, because we have provided a aggregation function in the select list. So let me provide the group by condition over here. Let me take this customer ID and customer name and paste it here. So we have grouped the data. So then we are going to filter the values. So I don't need the customers who have bought only one product. So I am going to filter the value based on the, if the count of distinct category name is less than 1, I don't need to filter that value. So I have provided greater than 1 in the having list to filter the value, and I am going to order the value, order the result set based on the unique category count. So let me provide this over here, and I am going to select this distinct from descending, so highest to the lowest. So now let me execute this. We have got only 4 employees, the customer ID, the customer name, along with the unique category count they have purchased. So these 4 employees has bought 3 unique product categories. Rest of all the employees has just bought only one product category. So we have achieved this by joining the sales transaction with the customer table along with the products and the category table, and then we have calculated the distinct count of the category name, and we have filtered the customers who are less than or equal to the category products with 1. So I hope you have understood all those 4 questions. So let me provide the solution and the questions in the GitHub, and let me attach the GitHub link in the description so you can find that, and I have attached the PPT. So please try to solve the questions, and please watch all the videos in the SQL Server playlist so you can understand all the concepts that has been implemented in this playlist. Please subscribe to the channel and watch all the videos. Thank you for watching.